from New York, weighing in at 265 pounds, Big Jim Duggan. His opponent from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 228 pounds, Steve Keirn.
Steve Keirn going up against Big Jim Duggan, and this looks to be quite a confrontation indeed. One fall with television time remaining. Duggan moving in, and Keirn very deftly slips away from him. Beautiful drop toe hold by Steve Keirn. Takes Duggan to the canvas. Duggan, rather vociferous, certainly not afraid to express his opinion, as he did very quickly with us as we were trying to interview him. Keirn with a toe hold and keeping the other leg trapped. Now Keirn driving the knee into those femoris muscles. Well, if Duggan thought he was going to make short work of Steve Keirn, he was sadly mistaken, as he's finding out right now. Keirn has very much dominated the situation thus far. Duggan still trying to regain some area of composure here as Keirn presses his advantage. Crotch right on that leg, keeping Duggan in a predicament here with that one shoulder down. And so Mr. Duggan, who said he was going to make... Howard on Keirn that time and stunned him. Now Duggan very quickly attacking with everything he's got, and Duggan brings him up. A full body slam. Duggan up on that second rope. Crashes down across Steve Keirn. Keirn powers out before the count of three, however. And it is... Duggan now down across the chest of Steve Keirn. Again, Keirn powers out before the count of three. Duggan with the red and black trunks, and he uncorks a hard right hand. Keirn smashed into the turnbuckle. Hip toss by Duggan has Keirn back to the canvas once again. And so Steve Keirn, whose very smooth style of competition, had Duggan baffled and confused at the beginning of the match. But Duggan now appears to be taking... And there was Keirn slipping away into a beautiful cradle. And that's the very thing we were talking about, is that very, very smooth style of Steve Keirn, an outstanding athlete, and Mr. Duggan, who was a state amateur. And it's Duggan complaining now about the referee. Well, he can...
From Tennessee, weighing in at 282 pounds, the Junkyard Dog.
Okay, the Junkyard Dog moving up against Abdul Zaatar. And this should be a most interesting confrontation. Zaatar, good waist, standing reverse by the Junkyard Dog. High waist cinch now, and Zaatar swung around, brought into a snap mare. Now the Junkyard Dog with a rear chin lock. Zaatar on the canvas gets a foot outside the ring ropes. The referee calls for the break. Junkyard Dog back on his feet. superior strength and leverage that time has Zaatar down to both knees. And the dog is something else, I'll tell you that right now. Some kind of double tough. Zaatar with a foot to the midsection. The dog retaliates. Quick takedown. To an inside armbar. Zaatar turning into his man. The dog keeping the pressure on that arm. Zaatar ripping across the eyes of the dog. Catches him again. Now forearm. The dog very quickly snapping some hard left hands into Zaatar. A headbutt that puts Zaatar back to the canvas. And so Zaatar leaves the ring. The dog coming off the ropes, catches him with a forearm. Caught him that time, coming off the ropes. And that was like whipping along on horseback and running into a tree limb. Full power slam. Count of three. Count of three, and it is all over. And the Junkyard Dog is the victor in this match.
Weighing in at 225 pounds, the world junior heavyweight champion, the man of 1,000 holes, Les Thornton. His opponent weighing in at 236 pounds, Mr. Wrestling number 2.
All right, this could be quite a match indeed. Of course, Wrestling 2 slightly over the junior heavyweight championship weight limit by about 6 pounds. Thornton can have a problem occasionally in meeting that weight limit, but as you can see, both men very similar. Side headlock by Wrestling 2. Good high hip lock takedown by Wrestling 2 on Les Thornton. Wrestling 2, keep maintaining that side headlock. As Thornton said, Wrestling 2 is one of the few who is a chain wrestler as well as Thornton. Again, that high hip lock. Almost to a point of being a hype. Wrestling 2, of course, has traveled extensively. He has wrestled in Ireland and England and France. And so he is not unused to the competitive style of a man like Thornton, who is from England. Thornton, a well-respected champion. Look at the way he's bringing the leg over now. He's caught on the side headlock, but now he's hooking in, has that leg over. Lost his hold, however. Wrestling 2 returns to his man. Back to the canvas once again. So, obviously, a win for Wrestling 2 would be very prestigious indeed. Have to admire Thornton for accepting a match of this kind, because he has really everything to lose when he goes out there. When he goes on camera in front of the millions of people who are watching, and even though it's a non-title match, certainly his reputation and his integrity as a wrestler is on the line. Two, keeping that like, and it is Thornton trying to break it up, and two tenaciously holds on to that side headlock. So Wrestling 2 concentrating thus far on the match, keeping that side headlock, scoring the takedowns. break it up that time. Wrestling 2 blocked him very nicely. Thornton tried to turn it into a pin, could not. Thornton. That massive forearm across the head of Wrestling 2. Able to force the head back, too. Keeps that headlock, however. Thornton trying to extricate himself. Those two, but they're into the ropes, and the referee calls for the break. And Thornton back on his feet. Wrestling 2 started to go with the knee, but Thornton was moving too swiftly. Now it's Thornton overhooking the arm. All right, Thornton. The pressure on that arm now from the arm bar. Both men very methodical in their competition. Now, Wrestling 2 picks up that lead leg back into the turnbuckle. The referee calls for the break. Ripped off by Wrestling 2. Wrestling 2 up. Beautiful flying head scissors by Wrestling 2. Thornton powers out. Hip block takedown once again by Wrestling 2. Thornton rolls that shoulder off. So Wrestling 2. Maximum efficiency here in this match thus far. Thornton, the world junior heavyweight champion, trapped again in that side headlock, and Wrestling 2 has really concentrated on that. He has been a headhunter during this match. Got that leg in a little bit close. Thornton very quickly grabbed that ankle. He is not going to be able to do much, I don't believe, in that respect. Does not relinquishes that hold. Wrestling 2 keeps that side headlock. Les Thornton, the world junior heavyweight champion, has had his hands full here today with Wrestling 2. Ooh, Thornton caught him on the break. And now both men exchanging forearms. Once again, that hip toss that hip lock takedown. Notice how quickly Thornton reversed that situation, however. Thornton tried to cross face Wrestling 2 back into an advantage position here. Referee checking those shoulders. And our time is rapidly running out. In fact, it's completely gone until next week, saying so long. Well, it is tomorrow night. All the marbles at the Omni, the Fantasia Gamble.
That's right.